I just want to start by saying that thank you to our great partner, Edmonds School District. Marina, you're in front of me. I know that you have many other people from the school district. So good to see all of you. You know, we are right next to each other. And we have the same service area. We serve pretty much same families. It's just that Marina, you might serve before we serve, but we're serving the same family and same area. So it's a wonderful partnership. Also want to thank Lati for our partnership, and they do an important job for our community. So I know there's somebody from Lati here. So thank you for your partnership. You know, we are proud to serve our community, which is so diverse. So are we. I think we serve more than 40% of students who come from diverse community, people of color from all over. And if you include our international programs, we have students from more than 60 countries on our campus, 60 countries. So rich in culture, rich in diversity. We are so proud of that. So I want to welcome all the families. I hope that you get all the information you need. A great school district, great college. You know, we are here right for you, and we hope to serve you well. And so reach out to us anytime you need anything. Thank you so much, and good to see everyone.
Thank you so much, Dr. Singh. We appreciate your time and your everything that you do for this college and our partnership with the Edmonds School District. Marina, I'll pass it on to you.
You're muted.
Thank you so much. As I mentioned earlier, this photo here, it has a photo, it's an image of a family, and we're here for our family, your families, you know, our collective families as a community. We want to see students have access and information in order to be able to begin their pathway to college. So to begin with, I'm going to actually cover just a few things. If we could go to the next slide, Sally. So in front of you, you have a slide, and the slide is a very basic slide that shows different paths to success, and it has some stepping stones where a student is beginning at the high school, and in this case also middle school, because we also have middle school families on here today. And then you have a few stepping stones that show the pathway from middle school and high school up to a doctorate. And the next stepping stone would be a community college or a four-year college. I'll let Freddie speak to this a little bit later, but I know that Edmonds College recently transitioned from a community college to a college system, and now they are able to offer a lot of different opportunities and four-year degrees. But for the sake of this slide, we will just go from one stepping stone to the next. And the first stepping stone is a community college where a student can receive either a one-year certificate or some type of technical training or an associate's degree that typically takes up to 2 years. If they wanted to continue their education, they would move up into a bachelor's degree program that would take 2 or 3 more years. And if they wanted to continue even further, they would enroll in a master's degree program that would require an additional 2 or 3 more years. And if they wanted to continue yet, they would continue on to a doctorate or a PhD program, which would take an average of 3 to 5 years, depending on what type of program they enrolled in. So I just wanted to give a map of where our students are and the possibilities of where they could go. I want to emphasize that in some spaces, there might be an emphasis on a 4-year college degree, but here today, we want to explore all options and recognize that a student doesn't necessarily have to go on the path to a 4-year degree. There are lots of other different paths, and I know that Edmonds College will be here to share those paths with us so that we can in turn share that with our students and give them as many options as possible to be able to find the path to success as they see fit. Next slide, please. In front of you, you have a chart that shows basically the 24 statewide credit graduation requirement. In order for a student to graduate from high school, they must reach the 24 credit requirement. In front of you, you see that there are 3 colored dots, and those 3 colored dots equal 24. What this is communicating is that each colored dot is a certain area of requirement, and that students need to get a certain number of credits for that color. You'll see in the first dot, it says 18.5. So for that area, students need to have 18.5 credits. And the next dot is light green, and that speaks to world languages. I'll just give you one example. Students would need to have 3 credits in that area. The next dot is orange, and that's another area of requirement. Those are elective credits. So students would need to have 2.5 credits in that area. What we want to communicate with this visual is that students need to reach the 24 credit requirement in order to graduate from college. And the reason that we're sharing this today is because we have found that sometimes families might think that because their student has been in high school for 4 years, that they automatically will graduate from high school. Unfortunately, if they do not have the right number of credits and in the right categories, it's possible that they may not be able to graduate. This is critical information that we want to share with our families so that we can help our students be successful. If you don't have this information or need additional information, we would like to encourage you to reach out to either the College and Career Readiness staff member at either the middle school or the high school, or a student's counselor. I believe I saw Shanna Lipscomb log on, and she is a college and career specialist at the high school. So there are lots of options to be able to connect with people in the school who can help you with this information. Next slide, please. In front of you, you have an example of 2 different stories, 2 different students. And this is going to help us communicate the information around credits. So in the first line, we have student number 1. And as you can see in this chart, what we have is each number represents a school year. In this first line here, number 1 represents the first school year. Number 2 represents the second school year in high school. Number 3, the third year in high school, and number 4, the 4th year in high school. For this student, we see that this student achieved accumulating 6 credits for every single year that she was in high school. At the end, this student was able to accumulate the 24 credits. This is the goal. This is what we want. We want each student to accumulate 6 credits every year they are in high school. This will get them to meet the high school graduation requirement of credits. Okay, now we're going to move to the bottom. And on the bottom, we have student number 2. And this student has a little bit of a different story. Then in the first year, the student accumulated 5 credits. In the second year, the student accumulated 4. And in the third year in high school, they accumulated 3. In the 4th year, they accumulated 3 again, which brings the student's credit total to 15 credits. It's super important that as community members and parents, that we are checking in with our students and ensuring that they are reaching the credit requirement of 6 credits per year. Now, I don't want to alarm people and say that it is completely impossible for this student to graduate. We don't want to lose hope, but we do want to try to get them to reach that requirement. Per each year, we want them to reach the 6 credits. Now, if the student does not have the 15 or the 24 credits at the end of their 4th year, they should be communicating with their counselor, with their teachers, or if they have a good communication with any other adult in the building, so that they can start to create a plan for credit retrieval. We do have some programs for credit retrieval. Credit retrieval means that if you are behind in your credits, there are some other programs or possibilities to be able to get those credits in order to be able to graduate. So the end all message is, let's help our students meet the 24 credit graduation requirement. Next slide, please. In this photo here, I love this photo. It's a beautiful photo. It's a photo of our Latino celebration for students that are graduating from the 12th grade. And I share this because this is a celebration of students that met the criteria and were able to be successful. It's a beautiful picture. It has our assistant superintendent, counselors, and students from across the 4 high schools in our school district. And this celebration is held in Spanish, and it's facilitated and coordinated by our student advocates in the high schools. So I want to acknowledge and just share this beautiful image that we want all of our students to be able to participate in. It is also one of the strategies that we do in our district to be able to help students celebrate and reach the goal of graduating. Some other best practices that take place in our district are, as I mentioned earlier, that we have college and career staff in both the middle schools and high school. And of course, we also have counselors. But I want to acknowledge that those people are helping students navigate meeting the requirements for graduation. These college and career staff members also coordinate field trips. They bring in speakers to the schools, and they help facilitate college fairs where professionals in the community come into the schools and talk to the students. These staff members also help the students connect to credit retrieval programs and participate in different community and cultural activities. For example, one of the best practices that we have in our schools is that some schools have Latino parent groups where Latino parents get together and they meet with the principal and other staff members to ask questions about how they can help their student be successful. To wrap that up, I just want to thank you so much for being here tonight with us. I am going to transition over to Freddie, but I want to be able to see all of our students be in this photo in June. Hopefully, I don't know if we'll be able to do it in person, but at least we'll be able to acknowledge our graduates virtually. So Freddie, I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you so much. Before I go on, I would love to allow our parent on the GED to speak first, Adriana Rios.
Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to have her speak in the break.
We can stay in the room, actually, Marina. It's too small of a group to divide out.
Okay.
So I will help facilitate that. So yes, let's go ahead and move on to the parent. And for this particular speaker, we're actually going to do Spanish, and then Marina will translate, interpret into English afterwards. So
Carla and Señora Adriana, if we could have your mom speak now. Señora Adriana, estamos listas para usted. Si puede compartir, if you can share your story now.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hola, mi nombre es Adriana Ríos. Estoy en el GT de Edmonds Community College. Para mí, estar y ganar mi GD es una manera de, para mis hijos, que ellos terminen su high school también. Pero es importante para mí, como vine muy chica a este país, terminarlo, y es algo que es para mí. Ya mi hija Carla ya terminó, el colegio y la universidad, y eso me da mucho orgullo para mí que ella haya terminado, y así para mis hijos y para mí seguir adelante.
Gracias. My name is Elena Rios, and I participate in the GED program at Edmonds College. I'm super excited to be a part of this. My student, or my child, Carla, has already graduated from college, and it gives me great pride to, one, be her mom that she's graduated, but also be a part of the GED program. Otra cosa que quiera compartir, señora Adriana.
Bueno, para mí es un poco más difícil trabajar y los niños, pero le echo ganas y espero terminarlo pronto.
Yes, for me, it's a little bit difficult to manage both being a mom and taking care of my kids and also working, but I'm giving it my best, and I'm hopeful that I'll be able to graduate soon. Gracias, señora Adriana. Muchas gracias.
Ay, gracias.
Hello, everyone. So again, my name is Freddie. I just give a little moment here just to give you a little story of how I got to where I'm at, just so I could give you a little perspective of a person who's Mexican-American like myself. But first of all, on the screen, as you can see here, it's Edmonds College. Just to give you a little introduction, Edmonds College was born in July 1st of 1967. We did change our name from Edmonds Community College to Edmonds College. However, we're still considered a public community college. So keep that in mind. We are still a community college. We are located in Linwood, Washington, and we do offer 2 bachelors of applied science degrees. One is in child, youth, and family studies, and one is in information technology application development. We do have like 63 associate degrees and 64 different type of professional certificates and 25 different programs at our college. So I wanted to share that information with you just so you get a better understanding of our college. But if, Sally, if you don't mind, just go to the next page. I'm gonna give a little story about myself. In the meantime, I'll let you read the background of where I'm at or where I'm at today. But my story, it was difficult to be where I'm at. My parents are immigrants from Mexico. They came at a young age. They got married at 16 and 18. My mom was 16, my dad was 18. And they crossed over, and they got legally documentations. And as soon as they became legal, my dad joined the military. But in the process of all this, we were moving a lot. Right before my dad joined the military, we were moving a lot. And let me rephrase my story. He joined the military. When he got out of the military, that's when I was born. And I was born, I feel like at the tail end of things. I struggled a lot because I lived in an all white neighborhood, and I was the only one who spoke a little bit of Spanish. But the problem is I would go to class, and in Texas, where I was from, we weren't allowed to speak Spanish. And if we did, we would get spanked with a ruler in the hand. So I was forced to speak English before Spanish. But luckily I had my novelas to watch when I was at home. But growing up, it was really hard because I never felt like I belonged anywhere. I felt like I didn't fit in because everybody else was different. There was a lot of times we lived out in the street. I lived in my car with my parents 2 different occasions, and it was tough watching my parents, trying to make a better life for me. And, struggling and everything, we made it through. They dedicated all their time and their money just so I can go to the best schools possible. And which led me to where I grew up, and I joined the military to better myself. And even then I struggled because I always wanted to learn Spanish. And I always wanted to do better. And I felt like I could never get there. I felt like it was really tough. And even during the military, I was able to hang out, which today's Veterans Day, but it just turns out that I got to hang out with a bunch of Spanish speaking friends, and those people in the military that I hung out with only spoke Spanish, and they forced me to speak Spanish, which I appreciate that because I felt that was my culture and I was closer to that, and I learned the Spanish. Anyway, when I got out, I got married and I moved around. I got to school and I went to Spokane, where I got my bachelor's degree. I started off my associate's degree in California before I moved to Spokane. I got my associate's degree in American Sign Language, so I was able to learn that. And I felt like I still needed a challenge because I feel like it's a lot harder for us Latinos. Like we always have to prove something more. We got to do something more. And I just felt like I got to keep going. And that's why I went to go get my bachelor's degree. And then when I got my bachelor's degree, I felt like it's not enough. I got to prove something more. I don't know why, but I just did. And in the process, they offered me a job at the school, and I was, the coordinator for the biggest academic event at the school. And at the meantime, I got my master's degree. So I found ways, because I was able to talk to people, communicate with them through the schools. And that's what's important. I can't stress this enough for all the families and students out there. Find ways to go. It's okay to come out and talk to your advisors and your teachers. Find ways of communicating and finding ways to help you get your education. Look for scholarships. I applied for scholarships because they kept telling me, apply here, apply there. And I just did. I don't know why I was, but I just did it all. But let me tell you something, it paid for all of my college, all those scholarships. And it wasn't because I was smart, it was because I was dedicated, and I did as much as I can to get my education, improve myself, and make my parents proud. And the sad thing is I lost both my mom and dad in the process of me going through my education, but I still take pride that I still keep going ahead. And I know my mom and dad's up there looking down at me, and they're proud of me for everything that I've done to this point. So all I could tell everyone here is, and all students and parents, don't give up yourselves. Go to school, learn the language. It's okay, it's gonna be hard, but you can do it, because I did it. And students, you're out there, prove yourselves and do something for your parents, because it's so good if you just go to school and get an education, because that is the stepping stone to get to a better life. And I'm finally at a good point in my life, and I have amazing people that I work with, and I'm just really excited to be here. So I wanna just share that with everybody. But I also wanted to explain, as we transition to the next part of this presentation, I wanted to be able to let everybody know what we're gonna do next. Basically, we're gonna break out, were you gonna say something, Marina?
I just want to do a quick check-in, and I want to be able to check if people have joined us. So I just want to say, si por casualidad acaban de acompañarnos y necesitan intérprete, queremos comunicarles que en su pantalla hay un globo abajo y puede seleccionar una bandera de España. Si usted selecciona esta bandera, usted podrá escuchar esta presentación en español. Así que si necesitan interpretación y acaban de llegar, por favor, vayan al globo y seleccionan la bandera de España, y así podrán recibir esta traducción en español. Gracias.
Awesome, thank you,
Marina.
Marina. Yes.
So to help, because we don't have too many attendees and it would be more time to separate them out, what we're going to do now is we're going to just move through our breakout room agendas. And so we're going to start with Freddie talking about enrollment services. I'm going to stop sharing my screen in case somebody else needs to project something.
Awesome.
So Freddie, do you want me to project my screen, or do you have a different PowerPoint?
No, I don't. But if you can open it up, because other departments will have some screens to share. So it's going to be easier because we're going to stay in one room. So I know it's a little bit different than how we planned it, but it'll be easier if we all just stay in the same room. So we're kind of going with the flow kind of deal here. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to just talk about enrollment. So basically, if what you could do is basically, I'm going to show you how to apply here at Edmonds College. I'm going to provide a link. So if you're interested, all you have to do is just go to this link here. I just lost my page. There you go. And put it to everybody here. Before we actually go on, everyone, if I could ask all the departments, if you could put your name and your email address onto the chat, I'd really appreciate that. That way we have all that information for all of the students. Make sure you put your department and your email as well. I just provided the link for everyone. Once you apply for the admission process, I can help you go through the process, help you get enrolled. There's several steps. The first thing I would do is help you apply online. We have a program called ACE in College where I could help you go through this whole process. You don't have to feel like you're alone. You have resources, you have me to help you go through this process. You apply online, then we help you get started with start your path. You do the online orientation. We help you set up with the financial aid portion of it. We get you all signed up. And then we're gonna help you get placed into the proper classes that you need in order to start your college career. And then we'll get you started with your new student advising. At that point, an advisor will be able to help you get you ready for school. And then at the end, the last thing we're gonna do is help you pay for your tuition, whether it's financial aid, a payment plan, or reduced tuition, whatever it is, we're here to help you. And there's several things I could do, but I'm gonna provide my email address and everything. But as far as enrollment services, that's what I could do for everyone here. So if you ever need to get started, I'll have my breakout room and I'll provide my email address as well. And then I'll pass it on to advising. That was the next person on our list here.
Yes, thank you, Freddie. Bueno, buenas noches a todos. Mi nombre es Emily Beitia y soy consejera académica. Nosotros somos una oficina pequeña con 5 consejeros académicos. Esta noche cubriré información importante y algunos de los servicios que ofrecemos.
Hey, Emily.
Yeah.
If I could just interrupt you for a second. So because we have Iratzi interpreting into Spanish, if you could actually do your presentation in English in case there is someone of the families that are here that do not speak Spanish, please.
Oh, I literally did my whole presentation in Spanish. Okay, I will try to translate my presentation. Okay.
Thank you, Emily. Sorry about that.
No problem.
We're going with the flow kind of deal.
Yeah.
We're recording this to get it ready for all of our students who ever get a chance to look at it later.
So sorry about that. Switching my whole mindset. So my name is Emily Beitia, and I'm an academic advisor. We're a small office with 5 academic advisors. And I'm going to go through and cover relevant information for you all and some of the services that we provide. We offer, as you know, and as we've talked about before, we've offered more than 100 certificates and degrees. The associate's degrees that transfer into universities, those are the Associate of Arts, Associate of Science Transfer, and the Associate in Applied Science Transfer. These degrees help students to transfer over to university, 4-year university. These are the majority of the students that we advise. Then we have the Associate of Technical Arts and certificates that are designed for students who are not transferring into university. And these you've got to forgive me because again, everything was in Spanish. These are degrees that help students prepare for their professional careers and any technical careers, and they actually help students either with specific jobs or to better their existing abilities. So the majority of these students are, they are the ones that faculty advisors advise. I'm just gonna show you all how to look up program requirement sheets. So I'm actually gonna share my screen.
Okay.
This is an important part and a lot of questions. One of the most questions that we get asked. If everybody can see my screen. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the main page of Edmonds College, and I'm going to go into the academics button and hit the academic catalog. We're going to go down to degrees and certificate by type. And this is a really good resource because you can see basically, I'm just going to click on the Associate in Arts. So you can see all the requisites and basically everything divided into each field. This is one where we get a lot of questions about this, and a lot of students, when I'm advising, I actually send out links for the humanities and social sciences and everything that you can take. So I hope that is helpful. And I'm also going to show you all how to look for classes. So you're going to go into the enroll button and you're going to click on class schedule. There you should be able to see the classes for the next quarter. You can see the classes for this quarter too, but they're all full. So we're going to go into the winter schedule, and here you can select from the drop-down menu, and you can select, I'm just going to pick biology as an example. And here you'll be able to see if the classes are open or closed. In this case, since registration starts next week, then all the classes are open. If you click on the numbers, then you can actually see how many seats are available and how to register. You do have to have a student ID and a PIN to register. Again, these are all services that we show you. We go through every single new student that comes into Edmonds, and we show them how to get started. We put together a plan for them for at least the first quarter, if not more, if they want us to do so. So yeah, that's some of that's just some of the stuff that we offer. I hope I didn't take up too much time. That was it for me.
No worries, Emily. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
No
So we're
problem.
going to try to give all our departments let's see, our next one is Travis. I know you had somebody else with you that was going to translate into Spanish, but feel free, either one of you.
Yep, so I'll just be doing the presentation. You don't need the translation there, sorry, interpretation. So my name is Travis McCullough. I am the Associate Director of Financial Aid at Edmonds College. And so I'm going to go through, financial aid has so many different parts to it. It's hard to, in a couple of minutes, get all that information out. So what I will say is that I'm going to give you a couple minutes of the general information, and that financial aid covers grants, loans, and scholarships. So financial aid offers many different funding sources, and funding is available to both documented and undocumented students. To see what you might qualify, please visit the readysetgrad.wa.gov/WASPA. And I've actually just put that into the chat. And so everyone can share in the chat if they're wanting to see that website. But it is a website that you will go to. You will answer questions provided on the website, and it will be able to tell you whether you need to apply to the FAFSA or the WASPA. The FAFSA is the federal form, which will determine all federal and state aid eligibility, and the WASPA is the state form that will determine all state eligibility. And being a U.S. citizen is not required, but being a Washington state resident is required. So there is some residents that are you need to be eligible for to get that state aid, but being a U.S. citizen is not part of that, so that you're aware of that part. To be eligible for financial aid, students must be enrolled in an eligible program. So unfortunately for financial aid, we cannot fund students that just want to take a class just to try it, that they need to be pursuing that certificate or degree to be eligible for financial aid. And a student does not need to be full-time in order to receive financial aid. This is often a misconception that you need to be in that 12 credits to get any financial aid. Now, that is not true. If you are determined to be eligible for federal or state aid, you can take, say, 5 credits. That would be less than half time, and that would only be like a 25% of that award. So it's prorated by the amount of credits you take, and if you want the full amount you could be qualified for, you would need to be in 12 credits or more. So financial aid can be a complicated process, and we encourage all students to reach out to the office if they have any questions, and all information will be kept confidential. So anything that we get from the state, from the federal government, it is all confidential, and anything that goes to the state is kept confidential to the state. So just so people are aware of that. And so you are aware too, a person can choose to just apply to the WASPA, want their information out there in the federal system. Now that will reduce what you're eligible for if you are eligible for federal aid, but a student who is federally eligible could just do the WASPA and just have their information with the state and get that state aid. So that is an option if a student wants to do that route also. And for our presentation, I think that's where I'm going to wrap it up. But if after the presentation here today with the breakout rooms, or if in the future I left my email, you want to reach out with your specific scenario, I can try to give you detailed information on your specific circumstances. Because unfortunately with financial aid, depending on if you're parents, if you're independent or dependent, for verifications, or there's all kinds of things that can be a little bit tough, and we're here to guide you through that tough process. I think I'll pass it on to the next presenter now.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Travis. Appreciate that. Josue, I think you were next there.
Thank you, Freddie. One question, can I do my presentation in Spanish? I guess if the interpreter mute himself or herself. Maybe,
Josue, the issue is that if there's a family, because we invited all of our families from the district, not just our Spanish speaking families, that if they don't understand Spanish, they won't be able to understand you because of the way that the interpretation in Zoom works. It can only do one language at a time. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so are you seeing my screen right now?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so my name is Josue. Bienvenidos, welcome to everyone. Greetings from Costa Rica. That's where I'm located. I am an international student, but also I work for the Office of International Programs. So I'm here to present you our office. So even though we offer our services for international students, we do offer services for everyone at campus, for faculty, staff, and students. So we have services and opportunities for students of all paths, and you can come and visit us. One of the services that we have is study abroad. We help you to find scholarships because we are thriving to give opportunities to those students who historically have been underrepresented when it comes in the field of studying abroad. So we are more than happy to help you if you are thinking about studying abroad. There are huge advantages. I can tell you from my own experience being an international student, it is one of the best experiences that you can have in your life. You become a more open-minded person, and you create a huge network from people from all around the world. So if this is something that you are interested in, we can help you to find scholarships. Also, the Global Engagement Office, we can give you, sorry, there's, okay. So we can give you opportunities for leadership. So there are many events that we hold within the school year. For example, the Culture Talk, where one student from one particular country shares about their culture. That student could be you next year. We usually hold 2 or 3 culture talks, depending on how the year develops, but that's what we usually hold, 2 or 3 culture talks. This is a great opportunity because we only choose 2 or 3 students per year, and it is a huge help for you to share your culture, to share your ideas, and also to be more competent within your studies and in your future, in your career. So these are some of the services we provide, but if you want to know more about our office, here's my name. My name is Josue Ortega Rodriguez. I'm more than happy to assist you with any questions that you have. There's my email, and this is our website. So be sure to write my email down and my website, well, our website, and do not hesitate to contact me with any questions. Hablo español, so you can contact me. I'm a native speaker, so I can help you in English, I can help you in Spanish, whatever you speak. So thank you very much, and I hope you have a very productive night.
Thank you so much, Josue. I really appreciate that. So Sue Nelson for STEM, how are you?
Well, hello there. I'm happy to be here, and I'm going to also attempt to share my screen as soon as Josue is done sharing.
I'm trying to stop sharing. Give me 1 minute.
Okay,
Oh,
so great. So let's see here. So STEM at Edmonds College. So STEM, as some of you may know, is an acronym for science, technology, engineering, and math. Why am I talking about this? STEM careers equals family wage jobs, and people with STEM degrees are less likely to be laid off. That's a fact. And I also want to share that for every new job created in the state of Washington, and I'm talking about new jobs, not replacement jobs, but new jobs. For every new job created that does not require a STEM degree, there are 3 new jobs that do require a STEM degree. So I can't emphasize enough that everyone should consider STEM and do as much as they can in STEM. And some examples of career pathways where you can start here at Edmonds College, you can transfer and you can change the world. Biology, chemistry, computer science, engineering, which I work a lot with engineering, mathematics, nursing and pre-medicine, physics. Freddie already mentioned that we have some Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in STEM. We have one that's going right now that started this fall. That's an application developer, or our ITAD is the acronym for that degree. But next fall, I am very excited because this is going to be happening in the building I work in. We will begin a Bachelor of Applied Science in Advanced Manufacturing and Materials Engineering Technology. And that's a mouthful, but the acronym is AMMET or AMET. We also have some incredible support programs on campus for STEM students. In addition to what the college already has for first generation students, et cetera, through TRIO, we also have STEM specific programs such as our MESA program, which you may have heard of in your high school. That's the Math and Engineering and Science Achievement Program. That's a federally funded program. And then has some requirements for participation. And then we also have RISE, which is Relationships in STEM Education. That was a federally funded program, but the college has since adopted that to continue on in perpetuity. where any student who is in any kind of STEM program is eligible to come and participate in our brand new beautiful building, which is unfortunately not full of students right now. We have Mesa and Rise study rooms. They're virtual at the moment. We have tutors in both areas that are currently serving students. So especially if you are the first person in your family to go to college, or you're going into career field where there might not be as many people that look like you and have your background, getting involved in one or both of these programs is a sure way to connect with others like you and the support services to help you be successful. And to finish, to make it easy on you, just stem@edcc.edu. That's the best way to reach me. And if I'm not around, my coworker Lauren will be there as well. If you have specific questions about STEM, I'd be happy to talk to you one-on-one through Zoom or in one of the breakout sessions later in this presentation. Thank you, Freddie.
No problem. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate your time and explanation of this STEM. It's so awesome. It's a gorgeous building. You are absolutely correct. I can't wait to students start taking advantage of it. I'm going to move on to Marisol Forletti. If you are here, where are you at? There you are.
Hello. So thank you, everybody. So my name is Marisol Bejarano, and I am the Health and Wellness Coordinator at the Latino Educational Training Institute, or LETI. So LETI's organization, not me. Everybody gets that confused, but we are actually about a block away from the Edmonds Community College. I'm sorry, Edmonds College. I always call you guys community, but not anymore. So we're on 202nd and Highway 99, and we offer a lot of different services for the community. So we have, for example, so we have GED classes in Spanish, which you guys will hear a little bit more about in a minute when Betty kind of talks about that. We work with the Edmonds College with that. We also have English conversational classes. Those are in the afternoon, and that's offered to anybody that has a level 3 or above, and they can contact us. And for any of our classes, feel free to call us, and I will actually put our office phone number and our intake form. So we do an intake form for all our clients, and you can also put my goodness, your interests on there. So we also offer virtual Zooms where we discuss different health topics, and that is called the Bienestar Total de la Mujer Latina. That's the total wellness of the Latino woman. Anybody is welcome. That's just the title of it, but we've had men, we've had obviously anybody who's willing to come in, and every Friday, 10 a.m., we're talking about different topics. We have doctors. Last week, we had a doctor from the Everett Clinic. We had another doctor from Mexico. So we're having actually like international presenters, which has been really nice. It's totally different, but we do everything now virtually. We are open if anybody wants to stop by. Obviously, COVID precautions, masks are required. We take temperatures, all of that, but we are open to the public. If anybody would like to stop by, ask any questions. We also offer services to anybody that's looking for resources in the community. Rent assistance is a little bit harder, but there are some places that offer rent assistance. So anybody in Snohomish County that's interested in looking for some help for any resources, please reach out as well. And let's see, what else am I forgetting? We also have different, my goodness, vocational school. We have a vocational school now. And so we offer certificates for bookkeeping assistants and office assistants. So those are also beginning in January. We also offer support for anybody who needs it. We offer support for navigating the internet. So I know a lot of people have a hard time with, their computer, or even if it's your phone or a tablet or anything like that. We offer that assistance. You have to make an appointment for that, but we're available Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, different times. So you guys can always reach out and we'll schedule for you for that. I think that's everything.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Marisol. I really appreciate that. I love the fact that you mentioned resources, because that's what we're all here. We know that this is being recorded, which is awesome, because it gives the opportunity for many students that are going to look at this later and they know that they have all of these resources available. So I just wanted to reiterate, I'm glad that this is being recorded, and thank you everyone for your time. Now we're going to go to English language acquisition. Where are you, Simona? I know you're here. There you are. Por favor.
Hi, Freddie. I do have my coworker and my director, Marissa, as well. Marissa Dubois, she's here. So I will be talking in, is that okay for me to share screen? Okay, so I will be sharing how to find us online and how to book appointments. But I want to introduce myself as well as mention that Marissa is going to be talking to you guys tonight. So my name is Simone Gomez. I've been serving students at an ELA program, former ESL. So we changed our names from ESL to ELA. ELA. English Language Acquisition. I apologize. I still have ESL in my mind. But anyways, we are located at Mechatronics Hall building, waiting for the opportunity to get back on campus. But we are offering our services 100% online. My information is on a chat. I just put my email there in my name. And I'm gonna share, how do I do that? I'll share here. Ooh. All right, can you guys see my screen? Freddie, can you see my screen? Okay, so this is the website, English Language Acquisition, ELA. So I would like to introduce you guys how to find us. You're gonna come here at academics and you click here, ESL for residents. We're gonna change this, I apologize, it's gonna be ELA soon. But now you're gonna check ESL for residents right here. And then once you get inside of there, you'll find a Get Started button here. So you can watch a video, but also you can just click here. Once you click Get Started, you will see options, returning students, or you can go straight for new students. You have to follow those steps for you to be a student in our program. So once you have to do the application, which we're gonna talk a little bit more later on the breakout rooms, apply for the admissions, the students' questions, you have to answer those questions. And then you're gonna receive a link for you to make an appointment with the advisor. So I think I'm gonna be done sharing here. Sorry, Freddie, can you help me? How do I stop sharing?
Right at the bottom.
I apologize, I got it. So I just wanna let you guys know a little bit. We're gonna be talking a little bit more, but all of this program is considered before you go to the certificates and also the degrees that we have been listening from Sue and you're probably gonna listen more. So this is, it is English for students that has been arrived in a country and wants to learn English in order to get a pathway for college. So now I wanna give the voice to Marissa and I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks, Simone. I'm always proud to work with you. We'll talk more in the breakout rooms as well, but something I want to emphasize is that we are ready to start working with students for winter quarter. So you are welcome to make your appointment tonight, and we have appointments available for the next few weeks. And we've done everything possible to get things online. I know working from home, studying from home can be very, very challenging, but we've tried to make things as easy as possible with the online process, and that our classes are very reasonable. They are $25 maximum for the entire quarter. If the $25 is difficult for your family, we can waive that tuition, so we can cut the $25 cost. We never want the cost to make you even think a second more to not attending class. We want you to know that the class is available for you. And our ELA program can take you all the way up through the next program, Academic English, through English 99 at $25. So we can get you 2 college level classes at that $25 price. So we are very happy to be able to do that. And I look forward to talking with you more. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marisa. I'm sorry I did not show that you were here, but my goodness, you're such an important factor here. So thank you so much for being here. And I know your passion for helping students are there. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate that. We're going to move on to iCatch for Andrea. How are you, Andrea?
I'm here. Hi. Good evening, everyone. And I'm going to see if I can share my screen. So I'm going to try that. Okay, so you can see it, right?
We sure can.
Okay, so my name is Andrea Pulido, and I work with the iCatch program, which is a program funded by a federal grant for careers in healthcare. And I work through Refugee Immigrant Services with 2 colleges, and Edmonds is one of those colleges. So the iCatch program actually is in 4 different colleges. So Edmonds, Everett, and then up north, Skagit Valley and Whatcom. And to participate in this program, the qualifiers to be eligible are just to be 18 years old or older, to be able to receive federal benefits, which means people who are US citizens, have permanent residency, refugees, or asylees with work permit. And the third qualifier would be income-based, so to be in the 200% federal guidelines level. iCatch accepts people who are learning English, completing high school or GED, as well as those who are college ready. So we work very closely with Ella and with iBest here in Edmonds College. And some of the services that the iCatch program provides, we are not only supporting people with tuition assistance and helping them to find other avenues to get their finances so they can, whatever career they choose, they can complete it. We also have dedicated navigators, support staff to support people with, within the college. We have college navigators, academic advisors, as well as in social services, social navigators who will help people to overcome challenges, barriers that they might encounter. We provide a lot of things to people who participate in our program, such as laptop, computer, internet access if they don't have that at home, books and tuitions and fees that they might need, all the way to the when they finish their career, their state testing that sometimes could be a little expensive. And we have employment navigation. And from the moment that the person enrolls into our program, the goal is to support them until they not only graduate, not only they get their credentials, but are employed in the field of their choice. So we have many different careers. Edmonds has a lot of careers in healthcare and human and social services that iCatch supports too. So they can have short careers like nursing assistants or phlebotomy or lab technician, and in social and human services like mental health counseling, technical, chemical dependency counseling, and just things. There are so many different options for that, for anyone who joins this program. It's very easy to apply. You go to the website cashforcareers.com, and the application is very short. It takes like 5 minutes. And then we will contact you. We will know that you are interested, and our screener is going to contact you. And the process is very fast. So if we have everything that is required, in a few days, you will know if you are within the program. This is a study that the federal government is doing. So not everyone who applies is eligible gets in the program, but we are a good resource. We're not taking anything else away from you. We're an additional resource to you. It will take a few minutes from your time, and you will know soon if this is something that that you can be part of. And we are here to support you. My name and information is in the chat. And so please feel free to contact me with any questions or anything else that you might need. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Andrea. Students and parents, I don't know if you heard that already, but I mean, these are the resources that I was talking about. I wouldn't have made it if I didn't ask questions and figure these out. Andrea is offering you opportunities where you can get things for free, get laptops. They have these things for you. All you have to do is apply. And if they can't, we have other resources that will get you started into these programs. And they're all here just for you. So just keep that in mind. Which would lead me to the next resource here, what I'm excited to talk about also is Megan from iBest. She's gonna, I'll give the floor to you.
Hi, everyone. Good night. It's nice to see you all. Well, as much as we can see each other. All right, and I'm gonna stick to English, but I'm just gonna say, no se nota por mi nombre, pero también hablo el español y estoy aquí para apoyar a todos nosotros estudiantes, ¿no? O todos nuestros estudiantes, perdón. Okay, and so I just wanted to say that quickly. My presentation is in Spanish. I'll be talking in English, but like the PowerPoint's in Spanish. So hopefully there's something for everyone. And let me just share this quickly. Okay. And okay, here we go. So you guys, I just want to tell you briefly about iBest. Stop share, sorry. Give me a second, I did the wrong thing there. Share screen. Share. And present, there we go. I'm mixing my vocab. Okay, you guys. So iBest is a program that supports students who are starting their classes at Edmonds College. So for folks who want to start a certificate or a degree and either are taking ELA classes or didn't meet the English requirements, a lot of certificates and degrees have an English placement requirement. Yeah, sometimes that's English 101, sometimes that's English Prep 93, okay? So if you come to the college and you're like, I'm ready to start, and you don't get the English placement that you need, iBest can kind of help you start your certificate sooner with extra support, even if you don't meet your English requirements yet. So you're not in iBest for forever. It's just a way of supporting you to get started. That's why I have the image of the on-ramp. You're merging onto the freeway. You're just getting going. That's what we help you do. And how iBest works is you take a class for your certificate or your degree, And then you take a support class with it. So you have 2 instructors working together to support you, to answer your questions, to help you review the material, to help you learn it, okay? You don't have just extra support in the classroom. You also have additional, we're actually called case managers, to help you just answer your questions about how the college works, help you apply for financial aid or other funding for school scholarships. Like Freddie says, we love scholarships. We want to help you get money to pay for your school and be creative about that. So there are 2 types of iBest. If you want to go to a university, we can help with that. If you want a professional technical degree, a degree that prepares you to go out and get a job right away, we can help with that too. So some examples of the sorts of things that we help out with. If you're interested in material science, so you want to make things faster and lighter and more efficient, you want to do like high-tech manufacturing, maybe you want to work for Boeing, or we have students that have gone to like manufacture traffic lights and pieces for airplanes and boats. Like, we can help you get started there. If you're interested in mechatronics, that's a combination of electronics and it's like the robots that are used to in manufacturing plants. If you want to learn how to maintain them, that's something that we can help you get started with. We have a lot of healthcare programs, yeah? So if you're interested in learning how to draw blood or analyze the blood, or you want to be a nursing assistant or a pharmacy technician, okay? There just are a lot of options. EKG technician. If you're like, healthcare sounds interesting, but I'm not into blood, that's okay. We got you covered there too. If you're interested in medical billing, if you want to learn how to like work at the front desk at an office, we can help you get started in those classes too. Also, if you're interested in information systems, computers, we can help you get started there. So there are a lot of options. I'm going quickly because what I want you guys to know is an idea of the variety of things that we can help with. And you see something that sounds good, then great. You're gonna have my contact information and you can be like, Megan, tell me more about it. And I'm happy to do that. That's what I'm here for. So if you want to transfer to a university, that's great too. We're here to help you get started. We have a program for that. And so there are a lot of options out there. We're excited to help you explore those options. And if we don't have something that's a right fit for you, we're happy to like help connect you to the right person on campus who does have something that's a good fit for you. So thank you very much for being here tonight, you guys. It's really nice to have the chance to talk with you. You can see I've got my contact information up here on the screen. I'm going to put it in the chat again. And if you have any questions, please let me know. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much, Megan. I really appreciate that. I want to remind everybody a couple of things. Again, everyone here each department is able to speak English and Spanish. So if you have anybody there, we're all here for you. So it's not like it's just English or just Spanish, it's both. So all these resources are for everyone. With that said, I'm going to go on to Amanda for pre-college. Where are you?
Hello, that's me. Yay. So my name's Amanda. I work in pre-college. I am going to share my screen so I can show you what pre-college is. So pre-college is a large umbrella. We're a division where lots of different pieces live. So Megan just spoke about iBest, and that is actually under the pre-college umbrella. I want to show you, if you go to the Edmonds EDU website and look up pre-college. Why did it do that? Whoop. pre-college. A lot of this information is really dense because we have so many different programs under us. So when you go to the pre-college website, if you need to, you can see here's all of our programs. Way down here at the bottom is an option to select the language. And if you'd like to change that to Spanish, I found it can be helpful when a lot of the ways people qualify for these different programs is very specific. So let's slide back over here. So pre-college, all of our programs do have an application process. It's usually a paperwork packet, some testing, and then meeting with advisors. The first program I'm going to talk about is Edcap. So Edcap is our Edmonds Career Access Program. It is designed for students who are 16 to 21, and it's specifically for students that didn't do too well at a traditional high school. So maybe you're a parent tonight or a student who has met with a counselor and they've said, you're really not going to graduate on time. Don't give up. We have a program for you. And if you're ready to move forward, you can come to the college and it's free until you're 21. Students in Edcap can work on a high school diploma, a GED, or a college certificate or degree for free. There are requirements to qualify. You have to be significantly behind on credits and within the age limit. The next program it's called High School 21, but you only have to be 18. This is for students that maybe you don't qualify for Edcap because you have enough credits, you just don't want to go to high school anymore. Or maybe you're an Edcap student and now your older sibling wants to come to school with you, or a parent. This would be a great program for them. Classes in the High School Plus program are $25 a quarter. So if you're taking one class or 3 classes, it'd be $25. And this is that connector point to start taking college courses, because once you have a high school diploma, you can start qualifying for the WASFA or the FAFSA to get assistance to pay for college. Anything I missed there? Okay. And then our last program I'm going to talk about is college prep. So college prep is for students that maybe you did graduate high school, but it's been a long time, or maybe you graduated high school, but you don't quite feel ready for college. College prep is a program where you can take classes below college level for $25 a quarter. So you are able to do those lower level English classes to work on reading comprehension or essay writing, do some introduction math classes. And rather than paying the $700 tuition college fees, you pay $25. And it's a great way just to get into college and know that like college is for everyone. You really can do it. I started at a community college and now I work at one and I love my job. So contacting us, we have a lot of programs. So I'd say just start with contacting me and we can ask those introductory questions to get you started, right? What do you want to do? Where are you coming from? Like education, like do you have a high school diploma? Do you need one? You know, what are your goals? So we don't waste your time signing up for the wrong program. We can get you to the right one, right? If you tell me you want to do healthcare and you have a high school diploma, I can get you to Megan as soon as possible to start you down that road. And then I'll hang around if you guys have questions, but that's it from me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Amanda. I love the fact that you put that umbrella. It's like there's like several things you could do in one area. If it's not just here, you're going to help them go to different parts of other resources if they need it. And I love that. And again, Spanish and English, and we're all here to help everybody. Beatriz, we're going to go with you next. Our last one. I know she's full of information. We're excited to see you. Where are you, Beatriz?
Acá estoy. I'm here.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Freddie, and hello, everyone. Buenas noches. How are you guys? I am very excited to share this information with all of you. Tonight, and because the time is precious here, I'm only gonna talk about GED. So I work at with Amanda and all the pre-college team. I teach Spanish GED. I've been teaching Spanish GED at Edmonds College for 8 years now. And all these years, every quarter, I'm the one that I learn something new about my students. And then I mold my classes according to the needs of my students. This year, and because everything is going on with the COVID, so Spanish GED also is doing the online classes. So I am teaching for the first time in Spanish GED online. And it's been a challenge, not only for the students, but for me, how to do all this. But it's a great opportunity. And this night or tonight, I want to invite all of you and tell your compadre, tell your friend, tell your sister and brothers, tell everyone that here at Edmonds College, we are offering those classes online. And it's a great opportunity because we all work, we have things to do at home, we cook, we wash dishes, we do lots of things, and sometimes we don't have time to like go to school. But now this is the time. Now my classes they don't have a specific schedule, so you can connect and you can log in to your class at any time that you want and any day that you want. But you also have to comply with 5 hours of study in a week. That's your commitment, 5 hours. And you can log in any Mondays or Tuesdays and Thursdays. So any day, any time, the classes are ready and designed for you. In Spanish. So everything is in Spanish. I want to share the screen, and I just want to give you a quick peek of what it is, a class. Well, actually, this one, I just want to show you that we have information in Spanish. We do, so in case you want to know more about our GED classes in Spanish, you know, the page is here. But I want to just give you a quick peek of what it is to be in a class with me. So here is the Canvas site, and this is everything in Spanish. So page number 1, when you enter, everything is in Spanish. If you go to the modules, and also everything is in Spanish. So we have the syllabus. We have, for example, how do you do sumas y restas. But I just want to let you know everything is in Spanish. So that's my thing. That's my thing, that, you know, you don't have to suffer about the language. I understand that we as Latinos, we are afraid of touching a computer. We're afraid to just like maybe we're gonna mess it up and we don't know what to do. So in my class, I'm also teaching some of the technology components, and also teaching what it is the GED class. So let me just stop the share here, and I just want to invite everyone, like we say in Spanish, nunca es tarde. Nunca es tarde para aprender. So come and enroll. The next quarter starts January 4th. And this is the time right now where you need to make arrangements and prepare the paperwork to get enrolled. Because sometimes we think that, we start the 4th of January, but then we are submitting the paperwork the 3rd, January 3rd. So it's not, so sometimes it's not enough time. So I want to encourage you to apply, to call us, to contact us. Everyone here speaks Spanish as well. And if not, we can connect you to someone that speaks Spanish and we can help you. So don't be afraid to start a new journey in your life, especially this time of the year with everything that's going on in the world. Now more than ever, we need to be prepared. We need to be informed. We need to be educated. We need to have that education to continue, a better life here. So I always say this: the hardest part, we already did it when we crossed the border. That was the hardest part. Now this is the easy part, where you have all this support right here, and all you need to do is reach out. That's all you have to do. And we are here to extend our hand to you and say, welcome to Edmonds to Edmonds College, and welcome to Edmonds School District. So I'm just happy again, and I hope that we talk to you soon, and we welcome you and your family soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Betty. I just wanted, first of all, I don't know if you noticed or not. First of all, a big round of applause for everybody. I just have to say that. That's just really awesome, because I don't know if you heard it in everybody's voice, but everybody is passionate to help you get started at Edmonds College. It's so simple. It's so easy. You just got to reach out. I know it's that first step, that nervous. You're afraid to use a computer. You're afraid to get on, but it's okay. These are all the departments, as you see on the screen. We're all here to help you. These are just many of the resources, but we have so many other things that we offer at our college. And we're just so excited to let you know that we're here for you. So with that said, I want you to know that we're excited that you all came here. You have any of the information. I just want to let you know, before you start all of this, what you want to do is reach out to me and I can help you get started. Again, I'm going to put my email in the chat really quick so everyone can see it. I'm going to put it as we speak, because the first step you're going to do is reach out to me, and then I'm going to get you set up to all the resources. Everybody that was here, everybody that you want to speak to for the GED, whether it's English second language, or if it's our IBES, our ICatch, whatever it is, I'll get you started in that proper place. So again, I want to thank everybody for here. And before we go on to questions, I want to go over to Marina, and then we can move on from that point forward. So thank you, Sally, for recording this again. I really appreciate that. Marina.
Yes, thank you so much to all of the staff members at Edmonds College. We just want to communicate that we did record this so that we can share it on our website. But I also want to communicate to families at home. We are going to move into questions, and we will stop recording.